Everyone, welcome back to Meet the Hives. This is episode 4 with the Korean Hive. I'm so excited to have them on. We have Sang Young, our princess bee, and we also have another of our Korean bees named Marri. She's not showing her face, but she will be contributing to our conversation today. And so, how's everyone doing? Maybe just quickly introduce yourself.
Hello, nice to meet you, everyone. I'm Sang Young, a Korean hive. I'm working on your bees as a princess bee. Nice to meet you.
Marri.
Hi, I'm Marri. I'm also working in the Korean Hive. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. So let's just jump right into what we want to talk about today. We're doing Meet the Hives to educate all the rest of the EOS community about our certain language cultures in EOS. And so let's just start out by telling us what's the current status of the Korean-speaking EOS community? Maybe some key facts. Just where do we stand right now?
Okay. So I will first talk about the types of communities because there are many types of community in Korea. And then I'll talk about the community's type and size and each community's interest. So currently, the Korean EOS community can be roughly classified into the Koreas, Blues, and Eden Korea. And most of the activities and the communication are done on Telegram. Koreas is kind of EOS community about 3,000 people in it. And people freely exchange information about EOS. It could be like anything, but not negatives. And the Booleans, which is the name Booleans is the change of bullish. So bullish is an EOS community about like 10,000 people in it, and mainly deal with the bullish idea among EOS related news. And then next, there is a Korean Eden, that we launched. So Korean Eden is a unique Eden community in South Korea, not North Korea. And currently we have 54 members in it. And as of now, we are discussing a DAO that what can we do and what can be organized in the Eden Korea. But everything will be changed soon, so we are really looking forward to Dan's new white paper and toolkits. So that is the current situation in Korea community. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, maybe I can just share my outsider's perspective. It seems to me that the Korean-speaking EOS community is one of the largest, most engaged, passionate, talented communities in EOS. And at least from like my American perspective, I'm interested that you didn't mention Upit. That's what I hear. I hear Upit. I know that's maybe part of the Koreos community, but from what I understand, Upit has like 12% or something of all EOS tokens. I don't know if that's the right number, but just a lot of EOS tokens. And of course, we're in a stake weighted system. And so there's a ton, if you didn't know, guys, there's a ton of influence from the Koreans in EOS. So that's kind of where I'm coming from.
Okay, first, Upbit is not a community, it's one of exchanges. And also there are, what I've heard is like 15% of EOS is like the whole EOS of 15% is in Korea, Upbit. So that is the one of mysterious things. But I don't know why the EOS is very popular in Korea. Maybe I think it is because the Seoul meetup before.
When did that happen? When did that happen?
It happened in 2018. yeah, when the EOS mainnet was launched. So at that time, people were very, very very interested in the EOS, and especially the key slogan of the EOS was the Ethereum killer. So
Yeah.
maybe it impressed the many people of Korea. Maybe I think that's why there are so many EOS in Orbit Cold Wallet. I think it will be more because it doesn't calculate the mainnet EOS in it.
So I just want to say that I think that was one of our biggest mistakes, labeling ourselves as the Ethereum killer. I think that is one of the sources of all of the negativity that we still get on a daily basis. So I hope that we can rid ourselves of that label and always come from it from a positive. We don't want to kill. We're not looking to kill anyone. Like we need to be a lot more positive. So I really am disappointed that we went that route that early.
Yeah, it's true. It is violating the B code.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
You couldn't kill anyone.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Marri, I'm interested in your perspective. Obviously, like you don't have a Korean accent. Can you maybe tell us like where you're coming from? And I've just actually also been personally curious on how or why you're like you got into the Korean Hive. Maybe you live in Korea, and maybe if you don't mind telling us a little bit about your backstory.
Yeah, I'm currently in Korea now, and I've been living here for a few years. And how I got interested in cryptocurrency is just I believe it's the future, so it is highly interesting to me, and especially EOS. I like, although there's many skeptics and like haters, I guess, but I believe in what it's about, and I think it can definitely grow. So I'm really, I want to focus on the commercialization of EOS to make it more positive and friendly to people. So, which is why I decided to kind of make funny or like kind of cute art and illustrations that people can use every day, and to sort of familiarize people with the logo and ideology, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Guys, if you are in the EOS Discord and you look at the emojis for the EOS Discord, you see the ones that were like they just came out with the chestahedron and like the thumbs up and all that, but there are new ones added, and those were from Marri. She's developed like a comic book series. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, with 3 characters. Like the Korean Hive had created a mascot, and then there's a dog and a duck or a goose, and really awesome art, like really cool. I'm gonna if you look in the description, you see a link. It's in Korean, but at least you can look at the pictures. Like it's cool stuff. And so thank you, Marri, for making that. It's awesome.
Oh no, thank you for your compliments. Thank you.
All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, this so I know the mascot was like Sang-Young, you came up with the mascot, right? Because it was from the very beginning, the mascot.
Oh no, I created the mascot.
Oh, even from
Sorry.
the very beginning.
Yeah, so I created a little bee inspired by, our group, and
But it's like anime style, kind of, right?
yeah, kind of. In Korea, it's kind of hard to explain, but in Korea, there's a huge culture with like creating things that are very cute, and everything has a mascot. Even the bus in Korea has a mascot. So it's like really like it's a cultural thing, which is why I wanted to do that. It's like really popular here. Korean people really engage with that kind of, I guess,
Cutie
iconography.
characters.
Yeah,
So guys,
cutie
I'm just
characters.
sharing. Here's the mascot. I just want to share it as you're describing it.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
It's very cute. It makes me laugh whenever I see it. I mean, it's great.
Stupid face.
Yeah, my
But yeah,
fellow-
it has to be. It's just something. Yeah, it's a little hard to explain, but yeah, I just from living here, and I think it's something that EOS could benefit from. That kind of friendly image that people can just like grow to like, that kind of thing. That was what I was hoping to do.
yeah,
Yeah, like naturally familiarized with the
Yeah,
EOS.
like slow marketing.
right. I think it's cute, and I also it makes me laugh because he looks or she looks like a little uncomfortable, like in the shoot. Like he's being dressed up for like Halloween or something, like with the, I don't know. It's just all right. All
Yes.
right. Let's yeah, let's get on with the questions here. So I'm wondering about like the mainstream news in Korea and how crypto, like how popular is crypto in the mainstream news, and what specifically about crypto are they talking about?
The main topic of Korea nowadays about cryptocurrency is just taxation. I know that there is an active discussion about it in the US as well, right? Now,
Yeah, totally.
taxation. Yeah. So the taxation on cryptocurrency is really being discussed in Korea nowadays, and it is kind of like it was originally scheduled to be taxed from 2022 since now, but it was deferred. It will be in a like 2023.
Okay.
Some people really don't like the taxation in a situation where the developments or the protection for the crypto industry, like you know what, there are so many like crypto scams, like the big teams can't get the crypto back, you know, like mostly. So they got really angry because I think they think government need to make the protections and the development first, then taxation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is the mainstream of Korea nowadays. But I think the fact that the fact that of the taxation is the government thing is kind of real assets. So I think it can be viewed positively in some ways. Yeah.
Yeah, so that reminds me of so just for everyone out there, we have all our princess bees in one channel, and you know we discuss various things about EOSBs and Sangyang, and for the Korean Hive has perhaps the most independent thinker out of all of the princess bees. And I've noticed like it's so interesting learning about these cultures. And one thing you said there about we want to wait for development first, have it developed out, and then tax. Like it's that thinking is very kind of different than the United States, where we just like want to do it like right away, and then like figure it out later. Whereas it seems like in Korea, you want to like figure it out first before you put like a bunch of resources in. Like, do you agree with that?
It depends on the personal, but I'm just thinking that the thinking that I said before is the mainstream, and yeah, maybe at that point is a little different cultural. Like, yeah, most of people think that the developments and protection is needed first, then tax. Because But the taxation was very harsh, like the taxation plan.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very harsh.
So maybe it was too high. That's why it got deferred, and they're negotiating down.
Maybe,
Okay.
and yeah.
Okay, cool. In the United States, for example, when I talk to my friends who are not into crypto, and I try to explain crypto to them, sometimes I say like, it's not for you. Like we already have like a very robust payment system in the United States. Like you have to think of other countries to really understand why crypto is so helpful. And I feel like that's maybe similar to like another very developed country like Korea. So how does crypto help specifically Korea, the country of Korea? What could crypto do for the country of Korea?
I think this question is kind of difficult question to answer. But there are too many kind of crypto, so I will narrow it down just about the EOS. Is it okay?
Yeah.
I think what EOS can do in Korea is equal opportunity for everyone. So, Jesse, do you know the words on the Bitcoin Genesis blog?
Well, we're recording today. It's like Bitcoin's birthday today, January 3rd. And I think it said, I saw a tweet this morning that said something about like the second bailout for banks.
Yeah, it was right. Yes. So I think the main idea was of the cryptocurrencies first was the decentralization, right? And that is why I was attracted about EOS. Yeah. So among them, I think EOS is among the cryptocurrency. I think EOS is the best deeply reflect the decentralization. So I think in Korea, EOS will develop into the DAO of DAO 2022, and it will give everyone the opportunity to participate in the consensus and what they want to do. Like we can give chance. People always want to do what they want to do, but so just throughout this opportunity, I believe that it will be reborn as a successful DAO that can directly reflect the contribute to the chain. So yeah, so okay, simply, I think with the EOS and the DAO of DAO of EOS, people can do what they want to do. That is the point, I think, in Korea.
Yeah, I totally get that. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for work, and if you're passionate about the chain, you work for EOS, and that's great. Yeah. Marri, if you don't mind, I'd like to know your friends, Marri, who are not in crypto. Can you relate to kind of what I was saying before, how it's like because you're in a very developed country, it's hard to explain to your friends like why crypto is valuable?
Yeah. So, I mean, people have security here, like, their money. They
Right.
have, most of my friends here, like, if they have a job, then they have like security and there's good like healthcare in Korea. So they have no like money worries, most people, like generally around me. However, like when I try to explain about cryptocurrency and then the fact that, due to our economy right now, life is kind of unpredictable. And especially the Korean won, it's a little like, I know Korea is a very developed country. However, the Korean won isn't the most secure money. So secure currency. So to me, when I try to get my friends into cryptocurrency or just try to invest their money, it's mostly because we can't really rely on the economy right now, and things can change very fast. But I think it's a good way to, you know, prepare for the future in some way. So to me, like, it's an opportunity, like crypto is an opportunity for, you know, normal people to try and have a more secure future, because I just strongly believe in that. Like, I feel like it is the future. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
totally.
yeah, I have the conversations a lot, you know, even with my own parents and things like this, who have a little understanding, but like it's hard to communicate. But preparing for the future and the unknown. But yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think that whether it's crypto or like, I don't know, 30 years ago or even more back, where things are okay, people are comfortable. You know, it's like in summer, you need to save all the food for the winter. And it's kind of hard sometimes to get in that mindset of, if it's going pretty well right now, why do I have to put in extra work? Like, because it may be worse in the future type thing. That kind of reminds me of what you said. Like, and that's great that you're having those conversations. I think we all are. But I just had one question. Like, when you said secure, do you mean, like, when you say the yuan is not secure, do you mean like it's being devalued? Like it's just like losing value versus other currencies? Or what did you mean by secure?
Like it compared to the, like, for example, we rely a lot on the American dollar. So, you know, when right
What's up?
now more money is being produced, right, in America, so it means that the Korean won can lose value very rapidly. So that's what I mean.
I
Like,
gotcha.
so right now it's okay, but due to the current, you know, situation with Corona and the economy in Korea, like, kind of, you know, things aren't going so well for like businesses and things like this. So it makes, you know, me feel like now is really the right time to think about where your money is and what currency or cryptocurrency you should invest your money in personally. That's what I mean.
Got it.
So I agree with that point in some ways. The reason why that I first talked about the BTC was it was started from the distrust of the centralized finance was right. But in the aspects of the EOS, I think EOS can expand that idea to the governance and humans' rights, and you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's what fans want to do, not just the financial way. So that's why I like the EOS, and I think in that ways, so people can give EOS can give more opportunity, not just financial ways in Korea, like kind of opportunity to do and like achieve their ideal. Yeah.
Yeah. By EOS focusing on a DAO of DAOs and governance, I think that differentiates us a lot from other chains. Like, I have friends who are into Ethereum, and they say, no, we don't do governance on Ethereum. It's like,
Yeah.
well, okay, well, you do backdoor governance on Ethereum. Like, so a lot of chains are not even thinking about governance. Obviously, we're putting a lot of time and effort into it. So I really, really love that direction of EOS being the DAO of DAOs. But let's shift gears to, I'm always curious to know, obviously there are many problems on every chain and no chain is perfect. What problems on EOS does the Korean speaking EOS community care most about?
Korean speaking communities.
Yeah.
So since I explained about there are many kind of the
Right.
communities, so they have their different personality. Every community has different personality. So I will explain them separately. So you know what? Most of general investor, like normal investor, usually care about the EOS price. like, you know. So I don't really want to talk about the price, but the most of general investor is, yeah, still keep saying about the why EOS price doesn't go, that kind of thing. And the Asian Korea is more likely thinking about the ecosystem and the real value of the EOS blockchain. And especially we are really looking forward to Dan's new white paper. And so for that, like what kind of activities we can do, what we can do for the EOS, like what we can make the EOS really valuable. That's what people care about. And it is the one of the topics, but problem is it, maybe it's not a problem, yeah, but it's main topic. Is it an answer?
Yeah. So Marri, do you have a different perspective? Where do you think the problems in EOS lie? You're on mute, Marri.
Sorry, I began speaking.
I figured.
So I agree with what Sang-Young said. From what I can read, with public opinions of EOS is mostly to do with just like about the value and kind of, you know, I guess like hoping it's gonna like, or questioning if it's gonna rise and things like this. So that's mostly same with what Sang-Young said, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm getting that a lot across the Hives. It's solvable. It could be solved tomorrow. So I'm actually kind of optimistic that this is like the biggest problem, because it can turn any day, and I'm sure the developers will say that there's many other problems, but that's why we're here. You know, we want to market, we want people to be aware, and that's why EOSBs exists, and we're working very hard on that.
Maybe I can say something about it. Like,
yeah.
So okay, general investor really focused on the price as well. They care about why there is no like DeFi system, and why the bullish can't, why I can't deposit the money, like why it's so difficult, that kind of things maybe. And they also want to know about why there is no like very friendly UI system compared to other chains, what they says. So, but I think that, yeah, I'm same as you. I'm very optimistic with that point, because, you know, we just started it because the foundation was launched just in last year, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm interested
in people care about it nowadays. Yeah. That is the most people care about the problem of EOS nowadays. The ecosystems and the UI and the toolkits. Yeah.
I'm wondering if I can ask about what you said about DeFi, that the general investors don't see a DeFi system. I see DeFi systems. Is it just that they're not in Korean? Is that why they think that? Like, what about DeFi blocks? What about Pizza? What about Vigor and eCurve? And why are they not seeing these things?
They know about it, but like
bad UI.
Yeah, for them. And some DeFi system is really, the Korean is really bad. So maybe I can help that. Maybe you and me can help with them. Yeah. See, sometimes even I tried to, but it was hard to understand like, how to do kind of things.
Yeah, and I'll speak to that for a second. Like I've talked to other dApps about translating their whole dApp into Korean and Mandarin. Like I spoke to the Vigor guys. I'm like, you want to expand your customer base? Translate your stuff into Korean and Mandarin. But the problem is that everyone's kind of like broke on EOS. And so there's kind of a chicken and egg problem there. but I think once we kind of get a little bit of a price action, then we will be very interested in translating all the dApps into all the relevant languages. And I think that's going to really open up and build a community for everyone. Like we want to kind of combine all the language communities are siloed in a sense because of these UIs. And we are very interested in helping dApps to do that.
Yeah, right. You're right.
So the next question on my list here, I think you kind of already answered it. What does your community like most about EOS? You answered with governance, that we're working on governance. Is there anything else you want to say about that?
EOS has a lot of changes over the last year. Like the power system was launched, and EOS Network Foundation was launched, and the Bullish was launched, and Voice was launched. Like there are really many happens. It is because of that, like everyone's opinion has not been gathered at the center of the change. But I would say the most people think and they care, and is EOS possibility. Like everyone is in EOS community still think that EOS is most promising blockchains. But it is difficult question to say what each individuals like about EOS. But I think they trust the possibility of EOS.
Yeah, that's we have great potential, great possibility, and that's certainly part of the reason why I got into EOS and I'm still into EOS, and it's a good point. Marri, is there something that you particularly like about EOS that you'd like to share with us?
I guess similar to what Sang-Yong said, for me, it's just I can see the potential for growth and the opportunities that it has given me already. Like I'm very thankful for. So yeah, pretty much same.
Cool.
The amazing thing that we agree with that everyone can be in EOS can be the main changer or director of EOS, especially in Eden or EOS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone can be involved. Everyone can be delegates. Everyone can be like official director.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
totally. And it's something that I think a lot about, which is like I read Sam Walton's autobiography. He started Walmart, and he said that the smartest thing he ever did was to give equity to his like first 10 managers or something. He gave them all 2% equity. And blockchain systems, Bitcoin, EOS, whatever, it's kind of like we all have equity. I know it's very important that we can't say equity because that's like makes us a security. So I don't mean it like that, but it is like because we're a utility token, but just bear with me. I don't know a different word, so I'm just going to use the word equity. So it's kind of like we all have equity. So we all care about the price, or we all care about the success of it. We're not employees. We all hold EOS tokens.
Yeah.
And that sort of dynamic, coupled with the stuff we're doing with Eden and the opportunities we're giving everyone, like on Bitcoin, sure, you can hold Bitcoin, but it's expensive. And it's very like you can't earn Bitcoin that easily. You have to start a mine, like it requires a massive investment to earn Bitcoin. So on EOS, we're going to make it really easy to earn EOS, plus the dynamics of a crypto community. That is where the value comes from, I think. I think it's very, very powerful, and something that, I'm so excited with EOS Bees because I'm trying to help all these different language communities. Like for like on Eden, you need to speak English right now, or there's an Eden Korea. You can either speak Korean or speak English. That's it. Eventually we want to get there, but right now we need to help these other language communities. I need to use my English to help these other language communities. And so yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah, that was really amazing thing. It attracts me, actually.
Yeah, me too. All right, so speaking of amazing and powerful, if let's say the Korean Hive, we are very successful in fundraising. Korean Hive has a lot of EOS to use and invest, 1 million EOS, whatever, 500,000, 1 million EOS, whatever. What would you build in the Korean Hive if you had a lot of EOS?
1 million EOS.
1 million EOS.
1 million EOS. That's huge. So yeah, with the money, maybe I think, yeah, there are really a lot of things to do. You know, Jesse, we are very active. The Korean Hive is very active, right? So we are working with very talented workers. So 1 million EOS is such a huge money. So if I have that much money, I would make our hive as a content specific hive. Like, I kind of believe that the power of contents is really amazing, you know? So, okay, for example, yeah, have you ever seen the Squid Game, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, Squid Game. How was it?
Oh, it was great. I watched it twice. First, I watched the
really?
English dub, and then I watched it in Korean.
Oh, with the subtitles.
With the subtitles, yeah.
Like, I think the power of Korea Hive is contents, I think. And that was what I want to like direct.
What, like the B game, the not Squid Game, but B game?
Yeah, kind of. So Korean Hive will make a good content so that it can be loved by people around the world through the soft power and the contents, and familiarize like what you said and what Marri said. And the cutie character made you laugh just right away without lots of explaining and lots of information, lots of text, just make people like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right now, the things that come to my mind right now is kind of the production of series animation that can promote the strengths of the EOS, like how fast it is and how it makes little carbon, and the production of maybe a 30 seconds advertisements, like parodying Nike advertisement, like
right.
Yeah, I have already discussed with Marri. Okay, maybe Marri can explain it about like the Nike parodying advertisement. Hello, Marri, can you say it about it?
Hi, I mean, yeah, but he's asking about if you had 1 million EOS.
Yeah, but
with
that
our
money,
focus,
we can make it more fancy, you know. Like
well, personally, I agree that if there was 1 million EOS, the focus should be on like production and talent and creating content that is very user friendly. So like, you know, I always, not to be rude, but I want to connect with people of all levels to make them understand something easily, because I feel like the more people know about EOS and are educated about how good EOS is, then the more popular it will be. So therefore, if there was loads and loads of money to, you know, invest and try to grow EOS through EOS beers, the focus would be that through software, user-friendly programs, apps, etc., that make it a very friendly cryptocurrency. So, and yeah, Sang-Young and I were discussing before what we can do to commercialize the DAO. So yeah, that's what he was talking about, our idea to kind of create a short animation advertisement that can be easy for everyone to understand, something memorable.
Yeah, the new updates of the EOS, it will be soon. So we want to contribute some ways, in some ways, with a cutie way, and make everyone like it, like make everyone like it.
So guys, I turned off my video because I'm having some internet issues, but I did want to respond to what Sang-Young and Marri was saying about doing an advertisement explaining the DAOs. I think that's an amazing idea. And but it also kind of reminds me of a potential something that we should not do in EOSBs, which is not focusing on a DApp or an application. It's very easy to kind of say, oh, EOS is the fastest, it has the highest throughput, like to promote the technological support, advantages of EOS. I don't think people care about that. Like, so we came out with a white paper a couple days ago. At the bottom of that white paper is the global strategic vision, and it explains how we're working with Violet Garden to create an advertisement for Violet Garden, put it on YouTube ads, and try to get people into EOS that way. Like, we need to promote ways that people can earn, and like just saying that EOS is fast does not directly translate to people earning or getting value from the chain. Like we always need to promote apps or dApps, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, especially with this new opportunity that anyone can join. It's very exciting. So yeah, I agree with what you're saying.
Anyway, we were talking about when we have 1 million EOS. I think, yeah, with that money, I think we can do the EOS B game.
Yeah, what's that going to be like?
It will be fun.
Yeah.
Many people will join it.
But no one dies though in the B game.
Yeah.
All right. That's went through all my questions. I thought we had a great conversation, and I'm so happy to have the Korean Hive. So guys, the Korean Hive was like one of the first, like Sang-Young was one of the first people I spoke to when building the bees. So the Korean Hive is like OG EOSBs, like the Korean and the Turkish Hive are the two, and the English Hive. So yeah, nice. I want one of those. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I am just so grateful to have you guys here, and I'll just open the floor for any closing remarks you guys want to make.
Bye.
Go EOS. Yeah.
Go EOS.
That's great.
Thank you for your time. If anyone listened to all of this, and let's expect great things to come for EOS. It's very exciting 2022 for EOS, I think. Thank you, Jesse, too, for your time.
Thank you, Marri. Thank you, Sang-Young. Happy New Year, everyone. And
thank you, Jesse.
we'll see you in the next one. Bye.